When your team has the ball on offense, tap the Plays bumper to bring up the play action menu, and then press pass to run a quick isolation for the ball handler. This will give you 7 seconds of bliss for isolation spacing. This year, that spacing is dynamic, so when you move your player around the floor, your teammates will continue to create space for the duration of the isolation. The next option is the floppy.
It's all happening in Florida. From Amway Center in Orlando, the 76ers taking on the Magic. For the 76ers, they're hungry for a big win to start the season off right. The more emphatic, the better, as they set the tone for the year ahead. Magic, Sixers, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me. Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. Here's Horford. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
From 11 feet away, Fournier's shot is off. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Takes it off the glass.
And, you know, this is the area where Simmons is most effective, mainly due to his size and athleticism.
Now, here's Fultz. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford finds Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 6 points.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's Fultz. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the paint. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Here's Fultz. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
From the baseline. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
See the stat sheet here on Joel Embiid. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now, here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Fournier's shot is off.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And Simmons slams it in.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Here's Fultz. The shot off that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Embiid. A three-pointer is right on target.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Simmons. And then jammed down as he goes right over Markelle Fultz.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
The Magic trail by 19. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Over in the corner, Fultz. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Richardson. Philadelphia leading by 19. Shot, high post. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
So it's Orlando now. Outside Fournier. Richardson with the double team. Outside Gordon. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown, and that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, Kevin. I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
A little bit of a down season for Evan Fournier in 2018-19.
Yeah, it was, Kevin. I mean, he got the same minutes, but his percentages were down. He's out there for his offense, so he's got to be more efficient going forward.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And that one misses.
And so much for the Sixers is predicated on Joel Embiid's health. Do they need to restrict his minutes in the regular season to keep him ready for that playoff run?
Well, you know, we've had all of this conversation about load management and managing the minutes of your key players, and Embiid, with his injury history, would certainly be a candidate for that. But we also saw what the Raptors did last season with Kawhi Leonard, so maybe the Sixers take a page out of the Raptors book in that regard.
They get it back. Horford. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Here's Richardson, again, Philadelphia.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Outside Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ, knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Embiid with the steal. One-on-one here. And slam dunk by Harris.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Over in the corner, Isaac. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Simmons, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
Scooped up. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fultz with the ball. Simmons is there.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going. That athletic.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness. Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Fultz looking around. Shoots from 12. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The drive by Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Simmons got 24 points. Now Fultz. He has 6. Looking to end the run. That shot, no good.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Ross is checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Smith is checked in. Horford against Gordon. Pass to Augustine. Fournier in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter. Every season he's been in the league.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Basket counts.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
They get it back. Smith's shot is good.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Here is Ross. No points in the game yet for him, and it's good for 2.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Pass to Augustine. Hits it from three-point range.
And that quick trigger of Augustine, not giving the defense any chance to block the shot off the pass.
Here's Smith. Nice shot from the wing. 6 points for him.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
That one falls.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second-chance buckets.
Fournier against Smith. Ross with a wide-open look. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Here's Harris, and the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Outside Fournier. Ross on the wing. There's the triple. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Shoots from 14. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ross passes to Vucevic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And he gets it to go.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. the Magic. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Evan Fournier. And then for Philadelphia, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. And Jonah Bolden subbed in for Al Horford. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Aminu, and that one released in time, but no good. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. 76ers ahead, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, Smith and Harris are out on the wings. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Bolden in at the power forward position.
And a not-so-bright spot for the Magic last season. Too many mistakes.
Well, that comes with a young roster, guys. You know that. There's no way to gain experience other than through time and repetition. These guys are still learning, refining their games, but I think the trade-off is worth it because the future is really bright.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he started his career with a stress fracture in his left tibia, which cost Mo Bamba some time in his rookie season, but overall, a pretty impressive start for the 2018 number 6 pick.
Carter Williams against Smith. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Clark, you look at Bamba's play thus far. What to you stands out?
Well, the first thing is he's a shot blocker supreme. I mean, he's an elite shot blocker. I think he's got the potential to be a defensive player of the year in time. And also his shooting ability. This guy has a terrific touch for somebody as tall as he is.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. Those three-pointers off the mark.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Richardson, good.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Augustine with it, picked up by Harris. Augustine dishes to Ross. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Augustine looking around. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
The shot's good from Smith.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
The pass to Ross. The dish to Carter Williams. A beautiful reverse layup. Carter Williams has got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills, and we're seeing it right now.
Augustine from outside. No good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Markelle Fultz has checked in for Augustine. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. They'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And he knocks down the first one. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past. Boy, the Sixers have come a long way in a short period of time. I mean, 2 years after finishing as the 4th worst team in the league, guys, they came within a few points of making the Eastern Conference Final.
Bolden, good. Carter Williams with it. Down low, here's Isaac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the Sixers team has championship aspirations. Clark, can they make it out of the East, you think?
Yeah, I think this Sixers team, guys, is very much capable of being an Eastern Conference champion. I mean, we forget about all the midseason trades they had a season ago. They didn't have a lot of time to ferment and gel. I think with a full season, training camp and a full season, with the players they have, they're going to be a force in the East for several years.
That's good from Isaac.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
Here's Bamba. Lays it up and banks it in.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with the guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Over to the wing, inside, Bamba, and it's blocked. Smith against Carter Williams. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 6.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about.
Uncovered. Jump shot is good. Isaac's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Bolden. Again, Philadelphia. For Orlando, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Carter Williams kicks to Isaac. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Clock at 6. And here is Carter Williams. 6 points for him.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
It's stolen by Aminu. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Doubled by Smith. Passes to Aminu. To the inside. Bamba finds Aminu. Here's Bamba. 6 to shoot. Pass to Isaac. Fires the 3. Bolden pulls it in. Philadelphia shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Now here's Carter Williams. Pass to Aminu. Back to Carter Williams. Here's Fultz. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Now here's Fultz. Guarded by Simmons. The pass to Aminu. Over Scott. Aminu misses. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Shot from the wing. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Here's Carter Williams. 6 points for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Simmons sinks that one from the post. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Now Aminu. Back to Fultz. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. And it's blocked. Simmons on the wing. Carter Williams covering. No good from Simmons. Orlando's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Releases from 15. Here's O'Quinn. Drops in the layup for 2. O'Quinn's got 10.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Carter Williams against Smith. And the basket by Isaac. He's got 10.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Up top, Bamba. And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
They get it again. Scott off with the layup.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
A moment now to see the stats for Carter Williams. How he did last season. Last season, checked in at 4 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And frankly, I think he can play better, guys. I mean, even he would have to admit to that.
Yeah, realistically, he's going to have to step it up. I mean, that's the reality. Or he's going to start to lose those minutes.
Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bolden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires from the corner. No good from Simmons.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Isaac buries it from 3-point range. Isaac's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Is you thinking I'm jumping the leak in the leak immediately? Show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Kicked it the open, I'm standing for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Don't want, I just want the Lucci. Show me and all of my poochies can eat. Let's lose change, take his boot thing. Got the PF chains and take him cake and steak or something. Something looking at me like I'm more bacon something. Don't I look like Drake or something? Something better tell mankind and the take it coming.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris is checked in for Jonah Bolden. And it's Richardson in for Smith.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Augustine from outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
No good from Simmons. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And Gordon is a guy who plays within himself, stays within the confines of the offense, only attempts shots that are in his range.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And it's sent back by Horford. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Here's Vucevic. Here's Augustine. Trying to find Vucevic. It's it to him.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
And so it's Philadelphia with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 38 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Definitely no fluke for him, as he just turned in an outstanding game in their last outing, and now tonight, he's rolling again. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is gravy. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Fournier passes to Isaac. Just 5 on the clock. They double him with Simmons. Isaac kicks to Gordon. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
You know, it's one thing to have a nice stroke, but it's another to understand how to get yourself free outside the arc for your shot. Has a soft, delicate stroke, does Fultz, and it rolls off his fingers nicely.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And, you know, the Magic last year, they hired Steve Clifford as head coach. He's known for his defensive systems, and they allow the 5th fewest points in the league, and they're 6th in block shots. So defense clearly much improved for them.
And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And, you know, Fultz has a nice feel for when to let the mid-range J go. I mean, showing a real desire to make this a deadly part of his game.
Got that one up quick. And it's 8 points for Tobias Harris.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
And the Magic also have the personnel to have a great defense.
You know, you really have to have athleticism and length to be a really good defensive team, and then the willingness to play at that end of the floor. Clifford inherited a roster with that kind of makeup.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They get it back. Horford. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Horford's got 6 points.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Here's Richardson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Passes it to Fournier, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Richardson against Fournier. Vucevic banked in off the glass. He has 6.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
Fultz with the ball. He's got 11. Poked away. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
On the wing, Harris. He can't hit that top. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Isaac finds Vucevic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Harris, good. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Richardson with the double team. Isaac passes to Fultz. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. He gets it in there. Vucevic has got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The 76ers shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And the basket by Gordon.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And, Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Outside Gordon. Fultz, the pass to Fournier. Vucevic. And the rejection by Embiid. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor. So effortless and efficient in his movement.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Fultz with the ball. Simmons is there. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, that pull-up jumper by Harris shows his ability to create offense for himself, and that's what all great scorers can do.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
For the Magic, Ross is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Smith checked in for Simmons. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Richardson's got 16. And the Magic shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Augustine against Richardson. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Back to Augustine. 6 to shoot. 16 feet away. And so Orlando again turning it over.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 13 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Three-pointer Augustine, good on the triple. Augustine's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent 3-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Orlando's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Off target from 3-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Horford, no luck. And here's Augustine. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Gordon. From outside the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Over Augustine and Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 5th assist in this one. Augustine against Richardson. And it's sent back by Horford. Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. Offensive rebound, Horford. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Augustine dishes to Gordon. Now the pass to Ross. Augustine with it. Takes a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Augustine's got 12.
And with that 3, his 2nd of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Harris's shot is off. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. Fournier finds Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Harris. Back to Embiid. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando.
Man, I tell you what, I love how Embiid doesn't shy away from contact. He's skilled at finding ways to get to that foul line.
The first free throw is good.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Scott's checked in, and Embiid drops them both. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Fournier against Harris. Fournier's shot is off. Philadelphia shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And that one, good.
Tell you what, the offensive game of Embiid, ridiculous. He can score in so many ways.
Richardson against Augustine. To the paint. Here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
Here's Richardson. 18 points for him. Over Ross. Richardson, no luck. Well, Orlando shooting an impressive 61% from the field in this third quarter. Here's Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. To the middle. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 12 points in just the second half. And for the Magic, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's Bamba. Here's Gordon. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gordon's got 14.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
And they double up Embiid. He doesn't hit that one. The Magic go the other way with it. Passes it to Gordon. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Here's Richardson. Embiid inside. Covered by Bamba. Ross against Smith. Ross passes to Augustine. Now here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer.
Yeah, it's still a big hill to climb. I mean, it was essential that they at least made some kind of dent in that lead before we got to the fourth quarter.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Jonah Bolden comes in for Embiid, and it's Ben Simmons in for Smith. Gordon, no good on the free throw.
Got to stay active when Gordon's out there. I mean, his ability to make something out of nothing is huge for this team.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Shot's good by Simmons. Simmons got 44.
And if you're not going to respect Simmons' jumper, then he's going to hurt you with it. I mean, it's quite smooth coming off his hand.
Augustine from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Ben Simmons.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. 76ers ahead, just dominating this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Philadelphia leading by 22. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Bolden in at the 4 spot. Pass to Ross. Lets the 3 fly. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 6th rebound on the night. Simmons. They grab their own miss. Another shot. Bolden, good. Here's Augustine. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the Rookie of the Year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his 2nd year, but his 1st year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Ross, that's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic from deep. The shot will not fall.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Harris, good.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Harris, guys. I mean, all he needs is a little separation, and he's good to go.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Augustine. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Augustine's got 11 in the second half. Here's Simmons. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 7 rebounds in the game. And that one is stuffed right through.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Here's Simmons. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Simmons got 46 points. Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, it's obvious and easy to talk about Augustine's speed. He's a speed merchant, but how about his creativity there?
No good from Simmons. The Magic trail by 20. And stolen by Richardson. Over Augustine. Orlando grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Orlando making some changes. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And the 76ers also making a change. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Scott. Timeout called the 76ers.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the 2 critical positions, a 6'10 point guard and a 7'2 center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
And the Magic making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. The 76ers leading by 20. Here's Richardson. Here's Bolden. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Fultz, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, I like watching Fultz use his ball handling skills. Excellent purpose with the dribble. Knows how to shake free to get a shot.
And that one, good. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And that one misses. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 19. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Simmons, pass to Vucevic. And here is Ross. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Philadelphia has possession. Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Vucevic trying to get open. Here's Horford. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Ross kicks to Fultz. And the pass to Vucevic. Tries again. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, he was the 16th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, and Vucevic became an All-Star for the first time in 2019. Took him a while, but he got there.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. Timeout called the 76ers.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Philadelphia leading by 17. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Fultz the pass to Isaac. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Harris. Passes it to Isaac. For three, Ross. Rebound by the 76ers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Ross. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And it's 9 points for Terrence Ross.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Richardson, no luck. The Magic trailed by 19. Fultz the pass to Ross. Then Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. At the top of the key, Horford lays it up off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 21.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And it's Vucevic missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Fultz. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fultz has got 19 points.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
That's good from Harris on the assist from Simmons.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Richardson, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Philadelphia leading by 21. Harris inside the line. Jump shot is good that time. Harris has got 8 here in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The 76ers shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. No good from Simmons. Well, Orlando shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Ross with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And the basket by Isaac. And the 76ers call time here. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today. I've been tired of the music.
So it's Philadelphia now. Ennis taking his time here. Horford, it's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Stretches the floor nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. And it's denied.
Timeout.
And the 76ers call time here. They're in front by 23. 1:52 left in the fourth. So for the Magic, the 76ers leading by 23. Horford, good.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up or you pay the price.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Pass to Aminu. And Aminu slams it in.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And for the Magic, they're shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Carter Williams kicks to a 1-2. Now Frazier. There's the pass to Carter Williams. No good on the three.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ben Simmons.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Birch. Frazier outside. Outside for Carter Williams. On the clock. The shot by Birch, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his fourth personal foul. At the line, shooting 2. Michael Carter Williams.
No good on that one.
The Syracuse alum, Carter Williams, a combo guard with really outstanding court vision and excellent speed.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.